Sì, sono i primi, ma sono anche che si stanno addosso.
Spain dive on the inside, and it's now a sprinter gate too. The fans are going to get a great view, but look at them just as the fans are going to take a left turn. Keep it simple. You heard Fletcher say that. Anticipate here, Burling doing an extra manoeuvre and turning right to try and clear traffic.
Now keep an eye on those channel markers as they get to gate number 2. Look at this as they come around there. Hannah Diamond, you know these waters maybe better than anyone else. This is a tricky race course with all the race furniture out there.
Yeah, really tricky race course, and of course no practice racing yesterday, so this will be the first look at the course for a lot of these teams.
Tight at the bottom there, isn't it? I think you can see Emirates Great Britain have kept it simple. I think when you're out minimised manoeuvres. But Lisa, we've seen Great Britain turn left, New Zealand turn right. Do you fancy either side of the course?
I actually really like where the New Zealand team is going. In general, where the British were is the lightest part of the race course. So I would say favourites in New Zealand right now. But, you know, the Brits and the locals, surely they know what they're doing.
Portsmouth, the race has started and they need all your support. On the count of 3, make some noise for the hometown favourites, the Emirates.
Part of this course right here, you're going to see Spit Bank Court coming into view just on the right-hand side, and that's another big obstacle they're going to have to avoid throughout this race. We love a roundabout in Great Britain, though, don't we, Hannah?
Yeah, that's right, but you've got to watch out for that wind shadow producers. Looks like Emirates Great Britain have just managed.
New Zealand that they've just about managed to sort of cement that third position. They were in a big pressure position round Mark 1, but they've done well. And Spain, we've seen how far Spain have been getting through the season. Look at this leaderboard on the left there. The Bond Flying Rouge, Australia, they're up to 8th, but they were in last at gate 2. Not the start Slingsby would have wanted.
So leg 3 of 7 as they made their way to gate number 3. It is Emirates GBR that have the lead. Denmark sits in second. The Black Pearls of New Zealand third. Then the winners of the last 2 events and the defending champions from season 4, Spain, sit in 4th.
It's a big lead for Great Britain now. I think Emirates Great Britain from here, they just minimise those manoeuvres, Hannah, and just trying to maximise speed around the course, really.
Yeah, that's right. Trying to, just like you say, try and keep it really simple, and that's obviously paid dividends for them so far. The fleet's going to get a bit compacted as we come into top gate 3 here, with the Kiwis coming in on starboard.
Switzerland, and now right away New Zealand, Switzerland. Oh, that was an impressive turn in front there, but the Kiwis just kept it round the outside. Spain are entitled to room inside Switzerland here. They probably choose to go straight and keep themselves in some space.
We've seen a bit of a difference in kind of strategy here. Emirates Great Britain has got miles at the back of the boat in that strategy role. A lot of the others with 5 people on board have chosen to have their strategists move forward to that grinding position. Strategy is key, we know that, and it's paying off for them so far.
Massive lead here on race number 1. We're scheduled for 4 today. This is just leg 4 of 7. It's the home team, Emirates GBR, out in front. Now remember, they currently sit in 4th place overall on 41 points, but they're only 5 points out of 1st place, which is currently being held by the Spanish.
There's nothing between them really, is there? Spain have looked like a form boat in recent times, and they're right in the mix here, Spain. Again, remember, it's all about consistency at this point of view. As we see our Sail GP insights, we dive up into the Oracle Cloud. What's the wind speed looking like? Well, it's pretty similar across the course, really. Let's make them feel welcome. Let's let them know that we want them to get across the line and do it in some style.
In that, Hannah, a lot of conversations on board with a big lead. It was 9 seconds at the last gate, and now as they approach the DP World Gate at the bottom of the course, Denmark will come through, and they will trip it. It's now they've lost 3 more seconds, so they're 12 seconds behind the leaders.
And this is a dream situation when you're leading. You've got all the boats behind you, following with that left turn. makes it really
You're happy, that's a good result. Great start for the regatta. I think when you're 7th, 8th, United States, Australia, and we see Switzerland, they may be going to split the course and try and find space on the other side. It's when you're in the pack that you're maybe slightly compromised by the other boats ahead of you, and you have to look to try and force something. What's Slingsby going to do? Is he going to follow, or will he try and work some magic?
Our star Canada, Giles Scott, has made some improvements. They are now up to 5th place, and just as Stevie predicted, is Tom Slingsby not liking what he saw on that left-hand side, did not want to follow the Americans or the Canadians, so he has opted to split the course and go to the right.
Yeah, if you followed the United States there, it'd be in disturbed wind, effectively less horsepower going into the rig, you're just definitely going to go slower. So he's opted to sail a bit more distance, find a bit more space, and see if they can use what we know to be one of the fastest boats on the race course, or fastest teams, we should say. All the boats are identical, of course.
Meanwhile, it's Emirates GBR out in front. Their lead over 100 meters over Rockwell, Denmark, who sit in 2nd place. The Kiwis sit in 3rd, Spain in 4th. Switzerland has now moved up to 5th, overtaken USLGP, who have dropped down to 6th. Well, here was the start one more time. Keep your eye on Spain on the right side of your screen.
Yeah, right on the inside, and that's what they've done quite well this season. Is often your position at Mark 1 can be 3rd, 4th or 5th, but it's whether you can then decide your own tactics, and to do that you want to be on the inside. Wow, look how close that was, Italy. Ruggiero Tita had to make a really dramatic move. As we can see, it's getting a bit loose on board the Spanish boat. That's an unforced error. They got a bit too high on the foil. Joel Rodriguez there just flying the boat a little high. Oh, it got very, very loose on that downwind, and that was a lot of distance. That could be the difference between them being ahead of New Zealand and not at this stage of the race.
So that was back at the start of race number 1. Remember, we've got 4 races for you today, 4 fleet races, and everyone tries to build their account as many points as they can, and then after 3 more races tomorrow, it is the event final where only the top 3 teams will compete.
An overtake there, Todd. New Zealand found a bit more wind away from the shore there, on the side of the course that Lisa liked on this upwind leg, and we're just downwind now from here, so that could be a fairly crucial moment. We see Rockwell Denmark, well, they're fast, but they're going to pin themselves outside here. Very much the controlling position here in New Zealand, but Rockwell Denmark's on fire. Look how fast.
Like 6 of 7 in race number 1. There you see more of the obstacles, the channel markers out on this course. Good time to check in one more time with Lisa Darmanin down in the water. Lisa, you talked about the favorite spot of the course early in this race. Has it changed at all, and what's the forecast for the rest of the day?
So it's quite gusty out here, Todd, and shifty. So I think the British are doing a really good job of going to better breeze and getting a good angle. But talking to the sailors before the race, they're saying there's so many obstacles out here. So the wind's not hard enough, the boats aren't hard enough. They've got to choose where to go on either side. There's islands and pylons. So it's a real minefield out here, but it's a masterclass by the British.
And Kenny, you talked about it.
That's right, let's get behind the GB boat. Let's see them step on the leg. They can hear you. Let's give them a round of support.
It's going to be a pretty special moment here, isn't it, in front of the home fans.
And what a way to start off your home regatta. Race number 1 at the Emirates Great Britain Sail Grand Prix Portsmouth goes to win the
And that is it. Great Britain have been victorious.
Absolutely brilliant. It's going to be really tight between New Zealand and Rockwell Denmark.
First fleet race in the bag, and home support goes a long way. Get your Union Jacks out, because they can see you, and now they can hear you.
Bring it home in 2nd place.
Berlin and company showing their class. They take 2nd. Rockwell, Denmark, they needed those points in a big-time way. They currently sit 8 overall. Remember, they've had penalties early in the season, so they need to get points in a big hurry. And then it's Spain, the winner of the last 2 events. The current leaders overall sit on 46 points. They will pick up a 4th. Room for improvement there, Stevie, but they still look very good. And the Swiss coming in top 5.
Yeah, and remember, it's all about getting to that top 3 tomorrow. So it's about consistency at this point. So I'd say all these teams, probably even Canada, are going to be happy enough with that. They've not had a shocker. They've had an all-right start. Of course, Emirates Great Britain are going to be over the moon, aren't they? Giles Scott, another Canadian, but of course he's done a lot of sailing in Portsmouth himself here. Because the Canadian boat brings it across the finish line. So another team that have a lot of local support, I'm sure.
And the Bonds Flying Roos, they will finish in 7th. Tom Slingsby hoping that'll be their worst result of the 7 fleet races. Italy And Red Bull Italy and Rogério Tita, they'll check in at 8th place, so they had some improvements. And now you've got a battle between the Brazilians and the Americans coming down for that next position. This is a valuable point. And look at Taylor Canfield. He's pushing them.
Good push there, Todd, didn't he? Great push by the US team there. Brazil had to keep clear. You don't mess with a world match race champion in that sort of situation.
Taylor Canfield comes through. They will pick up that extra point over Martins Grail and Brazil. And the Germans, now remember, there's just 11 teams out in the water because of France's incident early on. They will pick up no points. So, take a deep breath, folks. Beautiful weather here down in the south part of UK. But what a day of racing, and what a way to start things off, especially if you are the home team, Emirates GBR and Dylan Fletcher, as they pick up the win on the very first event. So we now go down on the water, Olympic gold medalist Dylan Fletcher, and of course he's got Hannah Mills with him. Dylan, welcome to the show, and what a way to start things off. What was the plan for that first race in the start box?